Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the finale of the Enterprise 350 NX-01 project. Finally got her all finished up. There are a few things that I couldn't do because the kit is so old that the decals were starting to the kit decals were starting to rip on me and everything. So there are quite a few things that I couldn't do. I don't have enough of the little black dots that go on all the panels, on the corners of the panels. Quite a few of those are ripping. Some of the decals that went right here on the on the top side were ripping, and so I just decided to forego all that and just leave it the way it is. And to me, it looks real well. But like I said, she's all finished up now and ready to go, and I got her mounted on the base and plugged in, and got the remote from Ralph at Tennis Controls. Got it mounted in the base, and let me see if I can't flip this over here and show you. Alright, well, there it is. There's the remote board for Ralph. And what I did is I ran the main power from the motherboard that's down inside the bottom of the ship here. Ran the power to the motherboard here, or the remote board, and now it will allow me with this remote to allow it to start it up without having any any on-off switches on the kit itself. So let me flip it back over here and we'll turn it on and sorry about that, folks. We'll flip it on and take you around the ship. So everything here is in working order. Like I said before, there was this nacelle here kind of sags a little bit, but that's probably just because of the kit itself. I've heard numerous stories that it does that. But I've gotten went through the other day and gotten my gold ring painted on and the black rings around both sides, and got it all ready to go. So here we go. So on this Tennis Controls board, you push the A button and it turns it all on. Let me turn my light off here so you can see. But you can see how nice and bright it lights up. All the navs and strobes are working. And got a nice view of the deflector dish. Now there are a few light leaks that I might go back through and touch up, like right here, and right here at the base, and right here there's a little piece of one. But other than that, there's really not much more to do on it. And if you can see, the Bassart collectors there are spinning. They're at their fastest pace. Well, with this board, or with this remote, I'll bring it in and see if it'll focus on me here. The B button slows the control board, or the Bassart collectors, down. So I'll push it and it slows it down one speed, and I'll push it again and it slows it down further. And I'll push it again and it slows it down one more time. And one more time takes it back to the beginning speed, which is the fast. Now I will tell you folks that this camera likes to overexpose the lights on it, so everything that you're seeing blue and red and all that's the camera doesn't like the light, so it overexposes it quite a bit. So it's not as bright in person as it is in picture, in shot there. So but everything turned out real well, folks. You can see I've got all my decals for my, let me see if I can't cover this light up there, but you can see it has the landing bay, for the shuttle bay. It has the directional markers here, has all that, those lines that go there. Has the nice beacon on top. This beacon, and the one on the bottom side of this impulse deck flashes at this pace. And then we have our navigational lights, our on the port and starboard side of the saucer that flash, the red and the green, and then the same flashes here on the impulse deck, and then the same flashes on the nacelles, top and just the tops. And now they have your solid ons on the top and the bottom of the nacelles. So, but she turned out real nice, guys. I'm really pleased with this. I can't wait to build a couple of more of these. So if y'all ever want one done, just let me know. It was a very fun ship to do. Like I said, there was a few flaws in the ship that's pretty much standard with this kit. But I think I got that figured out and how to take care of all that. So, but I'm going to swing you around the back side again. There are a couple of light leaks, here and over here where these blue lights are. Keeps popping open on me right there, and the impulse engines are the only thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit. The way you're seeing it in the camera is the way I wanted them in real life, but in real life they're very dull. I didn't put enough light in there, and that kind of bothered me. And but that's all right. The next time I do this kit, I know to put just to paint the lenses blue, and then put some 3mm, a row of 2 or 3 either 5mm LEDs or a couple, or 3 or 4 3mm white LEDs. So, but other than that, she turned out real nice. I want to say again thanks to Cameron Lewis from over at Cameron's Decals and Such. He supplied me with the decals for this, and I'll show you. Let me turn the light back on. Pardon me for the bumpy ride. But got all the Aztecing decals on there. They all turned out just really exceptional, and I'm very pleased with the way they turned out. And so I want to say thank you, Cameron. And the only problem was with these is there is no instruction sheets for the placement of the decals, but for the most part, most of the decals are pretty self-explanatory. On the Aztecing, it kind of tells you where certain things are. Like right here, the decal right here is I think the decal itself is actually about that long. It goes from here up to all the way to here. So what I did is I cut it down a little bit because it's such a long piece. It's basically one long decal. So I cut it down a little bit so where it's not so hard to put on. And you have to cut out this little square right here because all this is one solid sheet. It's not like a standard kit decal where you can just, it's got already the holes where everything goes. But once you get that down, you can cut the hole out, or you can cut it on before. And just not, what I did is I used a spray bottle of water and put on just a little bit, sprayed the area down, and was able to slide the decals off pretty nice. And so I mean, you can tell they turned out really well. And let me see if I can't flip up the light here to show the registry numbers here. But you can see that those turned out real well. I had a little piece break off on me right here, but like I said, these are the standard kit decals, and they're old. And even though I shot them with a coat of Tester's decal bonder, they still kind of ripped on me a little bit, but that's all right, not a big deal. But Cameron, I want to say, man, buddy, these decals for these Aztecs, man, they're awesome. They're phenomenal, and I love them. So, and you better be, I'll be glad to be ordering some more from you soon. So, I love the way this kit turned out. It just turned out so nice, and turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I've seen a lot of pictures on Facebook and on a lot of builders having problems with the sagginess of the nacelles and the drooping of it, and I was able to manage to get mine pretty decently straight, and Still had the one problem with I think it's that one there. It's still sagging just a little bit toward the front. I think, no, to the back. And let me see. Nope, it was this nacelle. It sagged just a little bit, and I had to kind of break it loose and readjust it a little bit, and got it to a little bit straighter. But it's still drooping a little bit. But I think that's just the standard, kit issue with it. Let me see if I can't turn it on the side here to get you a shot of the underside. You can see the decals down there, they just turned out phenomenal on the bottom. Like I said, not one problem with these decals. Just make sure though that when you put it down, you have a gloss surface, a gloss coat on your model surface, and to where that these will set down and sit down on these and slide around a little bit. Because if you don't, they're gonna sit. If you don't have a gloss coat on here, I will tell you that they will sit down on there and stay, and you will not be able to move them. So make sure that you have a high gloss coat on there, and then sand it down just a little bit. Put another gloss coat on there, then put your decals on. Put some Testors decal bonder spray all over them, and then once you get through with that, put another gloss coat on top of that to seal them in, and then you can put your matte coat or dull coat or whatever you want on there. So, but all right, guys. Well, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna take a short break from YouTube videos for about a week or so. I've got a couple of projects I've got to catch up on. I needed to get this one out of my tiny room, so I'm gonna take it and have it displayed. So the next video, I've got a couple of videos that I'm gonna be doing of the for a client of mine. John is doing a 5.37 scale Reliant, and gonna be lighting it, and I'll take you through the process of that. And I also have an Enterprise E for my client Hank. I'm gonna be doing that, and going through a video build up on that. And then I also have finally my 350 TOS that I'm going to be building, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing that online or not. So but anyway, that's it, guys, for this episode. We'll wrap this up, and next time I see you, we'll be doing a couple other videos on a new project. And until the meantime, I got to catch up on you can see right there a 1/1000 scale refit, and have a Enterprise E to do, and then a couple other projects I got to finish up on. So, but until then, folks, take care. We'll see you around the community, and as they say out there, happy modeling, and we'll see you around the bend. Talk to you later.